Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to the song Landslide for the very first time, and we're actually going to track this song through its evolution, starting with the original by Fleetwood Mac, then we'll jump forward to the cover by Smashing Pumpkins, and then to the cover by The Chicks. And guys, I gotta tell you, I love to do reactions like this where we watch this evolution unfold not only over time, but in terms of style and genre, because the little that I know about the Smashing Pumpkins, they are very different than Fleetwood Mac, and I know nothing about the Chicks other than the fact that they have a sort of country sound. But honestly, I'd be lying to you if I said I knew for sure. So there's a lot of fun in this reaction today, and who doesn't love some more Stevie Nicks? So I'm super excited to check these out. But before we do, a huge thanks goes to Adam for requesting this and coming up for the awesome idea. But now, let's jump into it.
Took my love, took it down.
Wow, this sounds so familiar.
Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills.
Oh, her voice is so warm.
Landslide brought me down.
So soft, gentle to the touch.
Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above?
And that acoustic melody is unstoppable here. It just goes and goes. It's very fast.
Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
Oh, nice. A little bit of higher note in the acoustic.
Well, I've been afraid of changing. Wow.
Despite there being like no drums in this so far, like it feels like a complete arrangement, but seemingly it is just acoustic guitar and just voice. That is impressive.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you.
It's a beautiful song so far.
But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Ooh, come on now. You guys know how I feel about electric guitar.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm getting older too.
It's like life passes on no matter what we think or believe.
Take my love, take it down.
Take my love, take it down. Interesting.
Climb a mountain and turn around.
So it's like take my love, then I take it down. It's almost like I giveth, I taketh. I lived hard, I loved hard. Maybe it didn't work out, but that's life. We go through changes, things that we expect don't pan out. We pull it back, we change our course, we traveled all the way up that mountain and spent a lot of energy, time, but in the end, maybe it didn't work out. We bring it back. Sort of the the natural course of life. So many things that we think are right for us don't end up being the thing that sticks forever. And it's sort of a weird thing to want to hold on to one thing forever. Not that we can't have staples in our life, but to make that a guaranteed outcome rather than something that happens incidentally. I feel like it's a better way to live, to be fully present at all times, and like kind of like that law of attraction, allow the things in your life that serve you, and if things no longer serve you in a very tangible, emotional, spiritual, any kind of way, don't ruminate on that, don't hold resentment, but also remove yourself and move down a new path. Accept that change is inevitable and we just don't expect when it's going to occur, and just kind of follow that path anyways. It's scary, right? It's scary to do that. And that's why I think lyrically too, we mentioned this level of fear of change, the unfamiliar.
Take my love, take it down.
Take it down.
Climb a mountain and turn around.
That is so catchy.
And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down.
Wow.
Oh, the landslide will bring it down.
Wow, that is a beautiful song. And rather short, no? Like, it kind of like comes at you all at once. The acoustic melody doesn't really let up at all. It just continues to be kind of finger styled throughout. Obviously there was like variation towards the or from the verse and choruses to the bridge in terms of the actual chord progression and some of the higher pitched notes in the acoustic arrangement, but besides that, everything melodically in Stevie's vocals was pretty consistent. What I mean to say is, like, the guitar melody was rather consistent within that general range, and then similarly, if you think about Stevie's voice and the way that it kind of existed in that, like, middling range, because it's not like she really pushed the highs and limits of what we know her voice can do. She stayed in this like very conversational range. I like this song. I like that I like that it's I guess simple to grasp melodically. So like a majority of my focus goes to the lyrical component. But I can't shake the fact that I feel like I have either heard this acoustic melody somewhere or like part of the intro to this chorus. This song feels like one of those classic songs you'll hear being used in like TikTok trends or on Instagram, kind of like as a background song to like some sad reflective post. It'll be like this inspirational quote or something about like a broken relationship or a change you need to make in life, and then you're going to have the song by Fleetwood Mac titled Landslide being used. But what a great song, just like at its core. I can definitely imagine it being covered in a number of ways. But our bones are pretty solid. We have just acoustic and just vocals. Am I missing something? That feels like I'm missing something. That's just two elements. maybe like a subtle bass in there, maybe 2 acoustic guitars. I don't know, but I'm very curious to hear how Smashing Pumpkins covers it, so let's check it out. Okay. Okay, so immediately honoring the chord progression, but a slight modification. Yeah, even in the first line delivered, there's a difference in the ending of the phrase. The note is being brought up. I think it's a he. And also the acoustic melody here is slightly different. Yeah, down. Now down.
And I saw my reflection
Whoa.
in the snow-covered hill.
Okay.
Till landslide brought it down.
That is a different voice. That's Smashing Pumpkins right there.
A mirror in the sky, what is love?
Because I don't know too many Smashing Pumpkins songs. I would have to look at my playlist to remember which ones I know. But I am remembering this voice in particular. Well, how would you describe this voice? I guess I'll search for the words as we listen.
A mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise and roll?
Oh, you hear how he's like breaking his voice?
Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
Oh, wow. A lot of breathiness and then like exasperation.
I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you older, even children get older. I'm getting older too.
Yeah, the key difference is in this vocal delivery. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, come on. This is an awesome request, Adam.
But I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. I'm getting older too. I took my love to me down.
That's beautiful. Well, this song is so memorable, by the way. I feel like I've already memorized the lyrics.
If you see my reflection in the snow-covered hill,
Oh,
landslide brought it down.
these vocals are so versatile.
Landslide brought it down.
Okay. I see the vision for Smashing Pumpkins here. It's all in the voice. It is all in the, I guess, added acoustic solo. It served the song very well. And I mean, I think all my discussion points here are just going to be on the differences in the two vocalists. Let me Google the name of the Smashing Pumpkins singer. Give me a second here. Okay, I need to type in vocals. Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan has quite the voice. He was switching between this like breathy style that was more like that was more familiar with like the Stevie Nicks performance. But then his voice started to squeeze. He started to get more vocal fry-y. Then there would be some vocal cracks that were all intentional, but cracks nonetheless. And his delivery in a lot of those moments felt like I mentioned, exasperated. Like he was almost losing breath, almost like on his last legs, getting this song out, almost like a dying breath. And there would be moments where he caught a second wind, had some more energy, and had a clearer, I wouldn't call it belt, but you could hear more of the clarity from his chest voice. But I like the kind of the dance in his vocal registers and in the styles he chose to employ singing this song. I don't ask me which versions I like better. I will not answer going into these songs today, but I like that they are so obviously different in that way, and I think it'll come down to like your own individual preference for whether or not you just love Stevie Nicks' voice above all else or love Billy Corgan's voice above all else. I think I have a bias for Stevie Nicks just because I love her voice. It is so smooth. It is so warming. It is so relaxing to hear. And I also, not that I've listened to too much Smashing Pumpkins, but I love when you hear the human voice break down, especially when it's a breakdown of a great singer's voice, because to me that almost like shows the cracks in perfection. It's like you have this emotional element that breaks down the perfection of the singing. It's oftentimes why I love like listening to heavy metal and like sometimes screamo, because it's like such a visceral emotion hearing the voice break and cry out. It is like a primal kind of thing that you're experiencing. And this would be like a very, I would say, tame version of what I was just describing, but awesome nonetheless. But that leads us to our last cover of the day by the Chicks. Let's check it out. Yep, there's that country vibe immediately.
I took my love and I took it down.
Oh. Okay, I think we can very clearly hear a pronounced bass in this and a banjo, at least. Maybe banjo and guitar.
Love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around.
Maybe just bass and banjo.
And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hill.
Okay.
Well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love?
Wow.
Can the child within my heart rise above?
Harmonies now.
Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
Wow, I love the harmony. Great decision.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you older, children get older. I'm getting older too. Well,
Welcome banjo solo. So I think. I don't know if it's acoustic or not. Or banjo.
well, I've been afraid
that is so satisfying.
Landslide will bring you down.
Beautiful. Dude, that was so good. The Chicks just knocked it out of the park. And, I was recently in Nashville, Tennessee, and, we were like bar hopping, like just checking out all the different scenes and going from venue to venue. And I did hear this all-woman band, and some of the harmonies that I heard in the Chicks version of Landslide, I remember hearing in that performance. I forget which group it was. I should have taken a picture. They had like QR codes like projected on the screen. Wow, what a unique way to re-envision this song. Definitely was the most different. Like if you were to compare the covers of Smashing Pumpkins and the Chicks definitely made a lot more modifications in the instrumentation, in the melodies, in the addition of other vocalists, creating harmonies, even in like the banjo solo sections and the structural differences to the song. Because we have all of these other elements, I feel like there was at least an additional section added. I would have to go back and, like map each of the sections one to one to see if that part is actually correct. But that's at least the way it felt. This almost felt like a longer version of Landslide, being allowed to kind of breathe out more. Dude, the harmonies were so good. I feel like that is like immediately like a super positive point for the Chicks. And I was gonna mention it, the vocal quality of the lead singer for the Chicks compared to Stevie Nicks, this singer delivered it in such a clear way, almost as though it like pierces through a bit of the cloud in the arrangement. Because if you listen to what we had with Fleetwood Mac's rendition, the acoustic guitar was ringing throughout, creating this like melodic air. And similarly, Stevie, in her vocal delivery, it was very warm, very smooth, but also rather breathy and airy. But the singer from the Chicks definitely cut through all of that, giving this kind of distinct clarity to her voice that kind of persisted throughout the performance. That was a very big difference in my mind. And I like some of the liberties they took with modifying the melody as well. And for me, like I come from a non-country music listening background, and the more and more I've listened to like country music on the channel and visited other like venues in Nashville and listened to country music like in person, I have such a, I guess you could call it, newfound appreciation for country music. Something in the southern drawl, the twang, the timbre, the like energy that exists within that style of music. It's starting to make like a lot of sense to me, definitely on a subconscious level. But man, what a cool set of songs today. So Landslide, from Fleetwood to Smashing to Chicks. I love all these versions, but I feel like the most memorable version for me was the one by the Chicks. But I feel like I can't disentangle the fact that what makes it memorable is that I know what the original now from Fleetwood Mac sounds like. So the way I would say it is, the original is the simplest version, but it's also like it is the version of the song. And depending on which sub direction you would like to go, you could make it work with Smashing Pumpkins or the Chicks. On this day, I would probably choose the Chicks, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. If you'd like to request a reaction yourself, you guys can do so by hitting the first link in the description box below or scanning this QR code on the screen. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.